Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this video, we're gonna add some more functionality to our image slider. So we have been designing this image slider in this tutorial series, and in the previous video, we added the functionality of going to the next and the previous slides over here. Now in this video, we will make sure that the animation that we see over here at the beginning, so if we reload this page, we have this animation for this text, and we need to have the same animation when we go to the next slide over here. So we will do that in this video, and we'll also add the functionality of automatically going to the next slide when we don't click on this next button. And when you hover over this image slider, the auto advancing to the next slides should stop. So we'll do all of that in this video. Let's get started. Alright, so here's my source code, and here we have this function called go to slide, and when we click on this next button, we are essentially going to this function, and we are running this function with the index of the slides. So now we also need to make sure that this animation runs when we go to the next slides. Now there are multiple ways of doing this, but I will use a technique called cloning the current element, and we will clone it and add it back to the parent by deleting the existing element. And it will re-trigger the animation, and it will show the animation when we go to that slide. So let's do that. For that, I'll just create a function called reset animation. And in this, we will get a parameter called slide. And in this function, we'll just go ahead and get the slide content from here. So here we can see in our HTML file, we have the slide content element inside our slide. So we need to get this element, and we need to clone it and add it back to slide. So let's go back over here, and let's type const, let's name it content equals slide dot query selector, and here let's type slide content. So it will target the slide content inside the slide. And now let's go ahead and add an if condition over here, and let's check whether the content is available. And if it's available, we'll just go ahead and create a clone. So let's type const clone equals content.clone node, and here we'll pass true, because we need to also target all the content that is inside this slide content division, and we also need to target the h2 and paragraph. And now we need to target the parent of this content, which is the actual slide. So let's type content.parent node, and here we'll just call the function called replace child, and here we'll pass the clone and the content. So it will replace the current content with the clone that we created. Now this will re-trigger the animation, and we'll see the animation in our slides. So let's call the function right here. So let's type reset animation, and let's pass the slide. So for that, we need to type slides, and we have this current slide variable which stores the current slide. So let's type current slide over here. And now let's go back to our website, and let's see whether this works. Let's go to the next slide, and here we can see we have the animation. So the animation is being triggered once again. Let's click on one of these dots, and here also the animation is working. Right now, the next feature that we're going to add is that these slides should auto advance. So we'll just set an interval, and let's say an interval of 5 seconds, and after that it will advance to the next slide. So for that, let's go back to our JavaScript file, and let's create a variable called interval, and let's set it to null by default. And let's go ahead and create a function, and let's call it start auto advance. Now in this function, we'll just check whether we have the interval, and if we don't have the interval, then we'll just create an interval. So let's type interval equals set interval, and here we'll just call this function called handle next slide. And for the duration, let's type 5000, which is 5 seconds. And I'll just go ahead and call this variable interval ID. It will be a better name. Let's change that over here as well. Right now, let's create one more function for stopping the auto advance. So let's type function stop auto advance, and here we'll just go ahead and clear the interval. So let's type interval ID, and let's set the interval ID to null. And let's also call the function right here so that it will start auto advancing by default. So let's tap start auto advance. And for testing this, let's go ahead and change this to 1 second. And here we can see that the slides are changing after every 1 second. So let's go back over here, and now when we hover over this slider, we need to stop the auto advancing functionality. So for that, let's go ahead and add an event listener. So let's tap slider dot add event listener, and let's listen for the mouse enter event. And here let's tap stop auto advance. So when we enter the image slider, it should stop auto advancing. Let's tap slider dot add event listener, mouse leave, and here we'll just type start auto advance. So now let's go back over here, and now we can see that the auto advancing is working. Let's hover over this image slider, and now we can see that it is not working. So everything is working all right. So with that, we have set the auto advancing feature to our image slider. Right, now the next thing we need to fix is that when we click on the next button, it should stop the interval. So let's change this back to 1, and let me show you the demo. So now we can see that the slide is changing after 1 second. Now if I just click on the next button, here we can see that it skips one of these slides because 1 second has already passed, and it doesn't stop the interval when we click on the next button. So we need to stop the interval when we click on the next button. So let's go back over here to handle next slide function, and here we'll just go ahead and stop auto advance at the beginning, and we'll start auto advance after this. So let's tap start auto advance. Let's do the same for handle previous slide, stop auto advance and start auto advance. Right, now let's go back over here, and now we can see that the slide is auto advancing, and if I click on the next button over here, we can see that it waits for some time for going to the next slide because the interval is stopped when we click on the next and the previous buttons. So with that, we have fixed that issue as well, and with that, we have created this complete image slider using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below, and if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.